What is up, guys? It's your favorite pharmacist back at it again. It has been a while, isn't it? Almost a week. As I mentioned last video, we're gonna see the outcome whether I'm going to get better or get even worse with my illness after that intense lately. And the answer is I just get worse. I'm out of commission for almost 1 week. Yeah, 1 week plus. And thankfully now I'm feeling much more better. Still having a on and off cough with a phlegm, but it is what it is. Now the struggle is trying to build back my appetite, especially now we are close to starting our competition prep, so it is quite nerve-wracking, but we're going to try our best to get back what we somewhat lost, because I do notice a slight change in my physique. The roundness and thickness that I'm able to achieve for the past 5 months do look a bit off, most probably because during my 1 week of illness, my appetite just shot that road. So yeah, one day I was eating, if I estimated, maybe 500 to 600 calories for someone who are 5'5", 76 to 77 kilogram. That is just so absurd that I was eating only 500 to 600 calories. But yeah, now we are on our way to the gym to have our first session, powered by the best pre-workout in the game, which is the Monster Energy. If you haven't tried it, you should try. It is the best energy drink in the market, in my humble opinion. And if you're a gym bro, I think it is unanimous, if you are not biased to any form of supplement company that's sponsoring you, that the Monster Energy White is unanimously one of the best pre-workout or energy drink in the market right now. So yeah, I want to say, after recovering, not fully, but recovering from this illness, you just put a huge perspective and reflection of yourself in how much you should be grateful on the health that you have. Because what I notice is losing my appetite is low-key very, very scary in a way, as I just started to recover my appetite back in the past 2 days, and I cannot be more grateful to God that my appetite is finally back. So yeah, it just shows a level of perspective that sometimes you took things for granted, because, you know, as a person myself, I'm not a type of person who easily gets sick, and if I do get sick, usually with a short course of antibiotics, maybe a 1 or 2 days treatment on a 5 days treatment plan, I usually bounce back to a much more healthy level. I can do my own thing and not feeling lethargic or sick or just low in energy or just cannot being a normal functioning human being. But this past week during the illness, it just opened up myself to reflect that how having a healthy body is such a things I think a lot of people took for granted. So I can't say much more how grateful and blessed I am that my health condition is slowly getting better, in contrast of last week, because last week I just sick as a dog. I just lay on my bed, cannot really become a functioning human being. So yeah, sometimes you just need to have a reflection on how to be so grateful in your own health, because having a healthy body, healthy physically, healthy mentally, is such blessing. I think I've talked about this thing quite ad nauseamly on how let's not sugarcoat it. 2024 is not a really good year, but having a healthy body and a healthy mental state is such a big blessing that I think everyone should sometimes just take a breather, stop for a while, and just reflect on, regardless if you're religious or not, just reflect on how to be grateful of what is your current health state it is. I think it's quite useful and important, because sometimes we do took things for granted when everything is on a good roll, and once things took away from you, regardless God or the universe, whatever is your religious belief is, took that health away from you, and when you get that health back, you should really be grateful of a really good health, because a good health really changed a lot of things in comparison when you are super ill or mentally not at a good state. So yeah, I think that is a good teaching or learning that you guys can take from what I experienced, is to be grateful with having a good health. So yeah, we are now on our way to the gym. To obviously it's Monday, so we are going to do push day, our first push day in a week time. Strength wise, I don't expect to be as strong because my appetite hasn't fully recovered yet, but hopefully we're still able to get a good lift and move some good weights as well. So yeah, Monster Energy, my Lao Pan gave a good Mars, gonna shoot up a good sugar, I guess, for my body. Hopefully we have a good lift. See you guys at the gym as always, as I'm going to show you a few snippets of the workout as always, and who knows, maybe I'm going to show my physique after 1 week of being ill. So yeah, see you guys at the gym. first workout after a 1 week off due to illness. So how was the workout, if you may ask? It was a decent workout. If I need to rate how much do I like or fancy today's workout, I say a 6.5 or 7. I think it's a really good workout, nothing special, really going back to basic, just a normal 3 sets, depending on normal 3 sets, a typical pyramid set where we go from the lightest to the heaviest. And we don't do anything crazy for today's session, to say the least. We start off with a typical pec deck machine, as we all know, for push day, just to fill up the muscle, the chest muscle, our predominant muscle, with some blood flow and warm up properly the big muscle group for today's session. Afterwards, we go towards the incline Smith machine press to target the upper pecs. That one I kind of happy with my strength, even though it's on a incline machine. We managed to do like 90 kilograms for 4 sets. For 4 reps. So I think that's a really decent weight to come back with. After we did the incline press, we go towards the Smith machine military press. So with the Smith machine military press, I've noticed a much more closer grip on the bar, able to really target the the shoulder region rather than a slightly wider grip. So at the same time, with the narrow grip for the incline military press, are able to really stretch the tricep. So it's a really good compound lift, to say the least, for today's Smith machine military press. I think I'm really happy with the form and the stretch that I able to get at the deficit point. Afterwards, we go towards the hammer strength press. Nothing crazy. That one just a normal typical straight sets. We don't do any pyramid on it. We do until failure. Really squeeze, control the eccentric movement. The best part about that workout is I really felt the best pump on today's workout session is on the hammer press, because the weight is relatively okay. It's just a 20 kilogram plate on each side, so it's all about focusing on the squeeze and eccentric movement to provide the best pump. That's why I felt it's the best workout for today, because it able to generate the best pump for today's workout. After finishing the hammer press, we go towards a bodyweight dips. For the bodyweight dips, if you look back at the workout, I think that's a really good form. If you follow me, I'm such a form stickler. I think that's a tip top form. Control movement, really stretched, huge stretch at the deficit. It felt really good. It felt really good on the dips machine for today's session. Then we finish off with a shoulder session. So just a typical reverse pec deck and a seated lateral raise. The seated lateral raise, I gonna be honest, that felt really good because zero swinging, really controlled form. I did until failure. So yeah, that's why in general today's session is relatively good. That's why I rate it as a 7 out of 10. After the workout, we need to do a conditioning check. In general, it's alright, I guess. It's alright, but you can really see the pop of the muscle itself isn't as pronounced as before the illness occurred. You can see the muscle is a bit flat. As today, what do I eat? It's just a rice, I guess. It's like 200 grams of rice and some chicken breast and some tofu. And as a pre-workout, apart from the Monster Energy, I eat just like a typical bun. Yeah, so if to be honest, I'm not so happy with how the muscle look. The silhouette is there. The silhouette, don't get me wrong, the silhouette is there. And I think I look a bit leaner because of 1 week of poor appetite. But the increase in slight conditioning does take away the fullness of the muscle group itself, even after a relatively good session. So the muscle just looks super flat. Hopefully now after the workout, I able to work out again, does improve my appetite, because right now I'm super starving. My appetite is open back up. I started to take my multivitamins again, thus increase one's appetite again. So hopefully once we start eating again, we're able to fill up back the muscle. Surprisingly, the weight, I'm still around 76 kilograms. Obviously, if you compare the scale without the physical check-in, it's like, wow, okay, I didn't lose anything. But if you compare the physical check-in with the muscle, with the weighing scale itself, obviously, even though the scale said 76 kilograms, there's a diminish in muscle mass, and obviously there's an increase in fat deposition, because even though this past 2 to 3 days, my appetite slowly coming back. The food itself, it isn't a proper food. I ate like hot and rolls, instant roti canai. So obviously the food choice isn't as saluted, to say the least. But hopefully now the appetite is back. We're able to eat a proper meal before we entering our pre-comp phase. So yeah, it is a bit worrying that we enter our pre-comp phase at not 100%, but that's just life. We need to deal with the obstacle life throws at you. So no prep is perfect. Obviously, there will always be a hiccup here and there. So hopefully this next few days we're able to regain back the fullness of the muscle group, and so that we're able to enter our pre-comp phase next week or the following week, depending on how I feel and how my body going to look before we're entering the pre-con phase. So we have roughly around next week or the subsequent week before we're entering the pre-con phase. So yeah, it's gonna be very, very exciting to say the least. And yeah, I can't wait to start prep again, because every time when I entering prep or in a prep, the focus just change a little bit and become a bit more life, even though life becomes more structured. Thus, you don't overthink that much about a lot of things, you know. So it is what it is. I can't wait to start a new series. I'm still thinking of what the name of the series will be in regards of my competition prep. At the moment, it's Road to Goal or KKM. If you know, you know what does KKM meant to me. So yeah, can't wait to share with you guys in regards of the competition prep and how I'm feeling, how mentally I am, like mental state of a person in a prep that need to work full time as a pharmacist. I think it's a interesting documentary for everyone to watch, to say the least. So yeah, I think that is all for me today. If you able to garner anything in regards of, you know, mental perspective in regards of being grateful of one's good health, or even you look at my workout video and like, oh damn, is that how proper form that should be conducted at this type of workout? If you gain something from today's video, don't forget to like this video, share to your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. This is your favorite pharmacist. See you in the next video.